Australia, a paradise on earth. In January, Australia was devastated by widespread flooding that submerged 3/4 of Queensland. Tzu Chi volunteers across Australia promptly mobilized to hold aid distributions and help flood victims clean up their homes.
就最好的人力就是当地啦，哈。
As Tzu Chi volunteers were busy with flood relief in eastern Australia, bushfires raged in the west. Tzu Chi volunteers immediately rushed to bring aid, giving care and comfort to those affected.
Master Zheng Yen and all of you look after the whole world.
I want to give some back.
And knowing that people care about you makes all the difference in the world.
In late January, heavy rain caused widespread flooding in Malaysia. Tzu Chi volunteers immediately mobilized to provide aid to those affected. In the U.S., Tzu Chi volunteers staged a performance on the story about the Venerable Jian Zhen, a Chinese monk who overcame many challenges to bring Buddha's precepts to Japan. 1 year after the Haiti earthquake, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to give care by distributing temporary housing units to quake survivors. Many locals pitched in to help with Tzu Chi's relief effort. Some even trained to become Tzu Chi volunteers. In February, a magnitude 6.3 earthquake hit Christchurch, New Zealand, leaving more than 100 dead and over 200 missing. Tzu Chi volunteers in New Zealand and Australia joined together to collect donations and bring aid to those affected.
Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, very warm, isn't it?
A year after a strong earthquake hit Chile, local Tzu Chi volunteers continue to care for the needy and inspire people to give of themselves. In flood-stricken Pakistan, Tzu Chi volunteers gave out portable beds to flood victims so they wouldn't have to sleep on muddy grounds.
Zulu sisters share their woman in power.
In February, at the UN Commission on the Status of Women, Zulu Tzu Chi volunteers shared with the attendees how the 5,000 plus of them care for over 1,000 AIDS patients and more than 5,000 orphans. On March 11th, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck near northeastern Japan, triggering powerful tsunamis and a nuclear crisis. The disasters left around 20,000 dead or missing and affected more than 330,000 households. The next day, Master Zheng Yen called on Tzu Chi volunteers worldwide to pray for and help the people in Japan. In response, volunteers in 39 countries and regions took to the streets to hold donation drives. On March 15th, Tzu Chi volunteers set out from Tokyo to survey the disaster situation in hard-hit areas. In the following 2 days, they went back again to provide hot meals for the survivors. Since June, 8 teams of Tzu Chi members have gone to the worst-hit areas to give out monetary aid. Close to 80,000 families received the aid.
他们都抱着我们不哭啊，这个是我们不愿意勾起的，但我们不能在他面前哭哦。不好意思，我刚刚的情绪没回来。
The volunteers sang Tzu Chi songs in Japanese and interacted with the locals with love and deep respect.
本の仏教のさらなる発展でしょうね。
信、希望、种子。
Mr. Ito lost everything to the tsunamis. Having received Tzuji's monetary aid, he returned to volunteer at 4 other aid distributions. Ms. Susha also gathered a group of locals to help out at the distribution site. After the devastating disasters, she found solace in reading Master's books.
改めて証明星さんのそうした取り組みについて感謝を申し上げたいと思いますし。
In April, Tzuji turned 45 years old. Over the decades, Tzuji volunteers have dedicated themselves to relieving suffering, leaving footprints of love around the world. Founded in 1966 with scarce resources, Tzuji is now an NGO that has brought aid to over 70 countries worldwide, winning international recognition for its work.
Leadership based on the belief, never-ending consideration of human needs.
Master Zhengyan attributes all these honors to the joint effort of global Tzuji volunteers. She said that receiving awards is meaningful only if every award earned means one disaster eliminated. In April, during the largest tornado outbreak in U.S. history, over 300 tornadoes occurred in 3 days, claiming nearly 350 lives. Tzuji volunteers brought comfort and support as well as aid supplies to those affected. In Myanmar, farmers who received rice seeds from Tzuji donated some of their harvest to Tzuji to help the needy. In a world affected by so many disasters, people's minds must be purified before the world can be saved. In May, Tzuji volunteers worldwide held Buddha Day ceremonies. More than 25,000 people in over 30 countries took part. Regardless of race, religion, or nationality, everyone joined together with one heart to pray for a world free of disasters and suffering. After the major earthquake in China's Sichuan province, many locals who received Tzuji's aid have been inspired to serve as recycling volunteers. In the aftermath of the quake, Tzuji volunteers not only provided emergency relief, but also built schools and houses for quake survivors. Since 1998, Tzuji has built over 20,000 water cisterns to help people cope with drought in Gansu province. As conditions worsened in recent years, Tzuji even helped to relocate over 200 families to a new village. And since 1997, Tzuji has been providing tuition aid to needy students all across China. In the Dominican Republic, Tzuji volunteers again brought supplies to the students of a school. Tzuji had built the school for children who scavenged from a garbage dump. In 1998, Central America was hit hard by 2 hurricanes. Tzuji volunteers in Taiwan immediately mobilized to collect and ship 60 containers of used clothes to Central America, paving the way for Tzuji's long-term aid work there. In Guatemala, Tzuji volunteers rebuilt an elementary school, bringing hope to the local children. Starting from June, Tzuji volunteers held winter aid distributions in South Africa, Lesotho, and Swaziland, where they distributed rice provided by Taiwan's Council of Agriculture, benefiting over 100,000 people. In Indonesia, over 6,000 bags of rice were given out to the needy. In the Philippines, 13,000 families also benefited from Tzuji's rice distribution. In the aftermath of Typhoon Katana, Tzuji volunteers conducted a cash for work relief program in which the locals were paid to clean up their homes. The governor of Rizal province even signed a memorandum with Tzu Chi to jointly promote recycling in the province. On August 17th, Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital celebrated its 25th anniversary. Over the past 25 years, 6 Tzu Chi hospitals were set up across Taiwan to safeguard people's lives.
我什么都没有，我只有呢命一条。我信我自己无私，我相信人人有爱心。
In August, 24 musical adaptations of the Water Repentance text were given across Taiwan. Altogether, over 260,000 people took part in these Dharma services, where people's hearts and minds were cleansed by the Dharma. The Water Repentance text was composed by Dharma Master Wu Da over 1,000 years ago. Before the musical adaptation was staged, Tzu Chi members observed a vegetarian fast and participated in study groups for 6 months, while also diligently practicing their parts and learning the lyrics. Having studied the text, some repented and reformed.
妈妈，你是以前是一个儿母妈妈，可是我现在认为说你是一个小天使。
With sincere piety, tens of thousands of Tzu Chi members united in one heart to put on the musical adaptation. Having practiced deep repentance and taken the Dharma to heart, everyone brought forth the light of their Buddha nature within.
电视一日就看到几百遍的，看法拢袂记得。
Due to the complex group formations that changed for every part, markers were secured all over the floor to make sure all participants would stand at the right place on stage. Everyone practiced diligently, day and night, rain or shine. A group of professional stage actors brought the story of Master Wu Da to life. With the conclusion of the musical adaptation, the Dharma will reside forever in everyone's heart. In September, the annual conference for Tzu Chi's global medical volunteers was held.
我是王子爱，我是王子恩，我们今年9岁了。
During the conference, a surgical simulation program was held, using complete cadavers of body donors. This year marks the 15th anniversary of Tzu Chi's body donation program. As of 2011, over 30,000 people in Taiwan have signed up to become body donors. Since July, Thailand has been devastated by flooding, which submerged 2/3 of the country and claimed over 500 lives. To prevent the flood from spreading to Bangkok, the government built sandbag levees around the city. Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand quickly mobilized to provide aid supplies to those affected by the flooding. Master Zheng Yan encouraged Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand to recruit more local volunteers.
要把在地菩萨呢带动起来。
Apart from Thailand, many countries in other parts of the world have also been hit by floods, while some were devastated by wildfires or earthquakes. In October, a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Turkey, damaging thousands of houses and claiming over 600 lives. Tzu Chi volunteers in Turkey immediately flew 1,800 kilometers to survey the situation. In North Korea, erratic climate led to poor harvests and severe food shortages. Since 1997, Tzu Chi volunteers have made several trips to provide aid in North Korea. In November, they went again to distribute food supplies. In October, the world population reached 7 billion. According to the UN, 1/3 of the food produced globally gets lost or wasted every year. Nearly 1 billion people go to bed hungry each night. Everyone can be more frugal. We can all do our part to help the needy. Master Zheng Yan said, "Time cannot be stopped, nor can the impermanence in life." This is Master Zheng Yan's seat, where she gives her daily talk. The seat was left empty that day as she wasn't feeling well. This is Master Zheng Yan climbing up the stairs at Tzu Chi's office in Banqiao. After a few flights of stairs, she almost loses her balance. Despite getting on in age, Master Zheng Yan has never wavered in her determination to move forward on the path to bring about a better world for all.
他受伤，所以没办法劈第3段手，所以我就自己劈。
他会吸收在心里的我的相约可以喊。
你哪家爱比妙音？为什么？
我最爱施工了。
一定要撑着。希望大家能够好好的演绎，
生生世世不杀生，还继续除灾戒。